Hey there, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're looking at power sources this week at DTL. Today specifically, we're going to look at this idea of coiling the upper body. Going to check it out on the forehand only today. All right, so coiling is very much like the idea of twisting a rubber band. If I pinch one end of a rubber band, take the other end, and just keep winding and winding and winding, we're going to get to that point where it's super tight. All right? And that's a feeling, something close to it, that we want to get when we prep and take that racket back. We want our body feeling like a wound up rubber band. And then at the time we go to strike the tennis ball, you can visualize me letting go of one side and that rubber band just unraveling. Super elastic idea. All right, and that's the key with power on the forehand or the backhand for that matter, is coiling the upper body, creating some tension through the midsection, holding on to it until you're really ready to swing, and then unleashing back through the ball. You see the pros do this so darn well, and that's why so many of them are in the gym. They're not in there to, build the muscles up as big as they can. They want to create a really elastic feeling in their body, so they're working a lot more with flexibility and lighter weights to get the body working like a rubber band that's wound up. Okay, so what I want to do first, for all of you out there that might still be hitting more forehands out of a neutral stance, more of that step-in stance, obviously forehands in that nature can be hit with some power. I'm obviously in that position, coiling my upper body to the side, and on a good swing should be opening back up. So there's that rotational uncoil back through the ball. What I've always felt though with a neutral stance is the fact that my entire body gets turned out to the right. I don't feel this tension through the midsection that's going to end up firing the tennis ball out as quick as, say, open stance, which we'll get to in a little bit. It's more of a manufactured coil simply because my entire body's to the side. Now, with that being said, if this is your traditional forehand, you're still doing something right. It's just we're after power this week at DTL. So let's have a look at a neutral stance. You'll see my midsection turn to the side, and then I'm opening back up through the ball. So there's definitely an element of coiling there. But look at the modern game. How is the ball coming off on ground strokes at 100 miles per hour? We really didn't see this when I was a kid. The heaviest ground strokes were maybe 75, 80 miles per hour. Now it's coming off at 100 because you're seeing players take this upper body. They're rotating off the lower body. I'm keeping the stance open. So the lower body's more in this position and the upper body's turned. That is creating a really elastic release at contact. And it's a great way to hit the ball a lot of the time, partly also because that open stance tends to get you a little bit wider. And from a wider base, you're going to push off to that ball a little bit easier. So to me, with power being what we're after, the open stance is a win-win. It's a better coiled position, turning off that lower body, and the wider stance, you're going to notice, you're going to drill that tennis ball a little bit harder. So let's look at coiling through an open stance forehand here. Good, let's check that in slow-mo. And you can see, I feel like, and this is a really good thing to tack on if you feel like you're already in open stance but want to see a little more power. When I hit a really big forehand and I'm in that coiled position to the side, I'm actually not trying to stop that follow through right when my chest is square to the other side of the court. You can see on that release of the last swing, I'm actually out here more to the left side. So there's almost 180 degrees of turn through that tennis ball. And that really, again, back to this rubber band idea, is created by storing in the coil position and then just unloading through the ball. Really, really great source of power. So I highly suggest going out and exaggerating that coiled position when you're hitting your forehand and ultimately on your backhand as well, okay? And that's all I got for you today. Hope that was super helpful. Please click like below this video. And if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. As well as check down below me in the description of this video, you'll find the link to 3 free courses that Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. All right, so until next time, be well. We'll see you soon at Daily Tennis Lesson.